The Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3 finale has arrived, and it left me rather disappointed, especially as it clearly chickened out of giving Elias Voigt, Zach Gilford, the ending that would have been most fitting for him. All throughout Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3, the BAU was haunted by the Disciple, a new acolyte of Voigt from his time as the Sicarius killer, whom Voigt helped them track down. The Disciple eluded the BAU, and even Voigt himself, painting a picture of a diabolical mastermind who rivaled Voigt in strategy and brilliance. However, when the villainous new Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3 character was finally unmasked in the finale, it was wholly underwhelming. Unfortunately, that weakness carried over into Elias Voigt's storyline, which ended in an incredibly lackluster way and left Criminal Minds Evolution Season 4 with narrative gaps. It was a disappointing end for Criminal Minds Evolution's greatest villain. Elias Voigt and Sicarius deserved better. Zach Gilford as Elias Voigt wearing an orange prison jumpsuit in the Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3 finale. It wasn't a surprise that a weary Elias Voigt confessed to Rossi at the end of Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3 in order to be charged with the death penalty, as he had wanted, but it was certainly disappointing. The end of Voigt's story, for now, showed him on a prison bus, looking lost and scared, a wholly anticlimactic coda to the greatest villain across Criminal Minds Evolution's 3 seasons, and one of the greatest in Criminal Minds, period. Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3 spent so much time with Voigt as it needed to, in order for his newly gained sense of empathy plot twist to be believable. It was thus doubly disappointing that the finale pulled away from Voigt and spent too much time focused on Tessa, a character never once mentioned until the previous episode, but who was revealed as the Disciple. If the former Sicarius killer was going to have an epic showdown with his disciple, it should have been with a villain who matched him. Instead, Tessa was underwhelming as the ultimate final boss. Her backstory was no doubt tragic, but completely shoehorned in and not given the depth she or Voigt deserved. Both her easy capture and Voigt's lackluster resolution were utterly disappointing and failed Criminal Minds villains. Voigt should have sacrificed himself to save someone else in the Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3 finale. It would have been poetic justice. It's especially frustrating because there was a much more compelling ending for Voigt's story sitting right there for the taking. All season, Voigt's arc has been one of a reformed psychopath gaining empathy and learning how to channel the horror of his past into actively helping people rather than being selfish. It's true that his desire to die never waned, but by the midpoint of the season, he determined to undo as much of his damage as he could first. While he couldn't bring back any of his victims or heal their loved ones, he decided that he could at least help the BAU take down his Sicarius network and stop the further murders of any innocents from happening. Thus, the most fitting ending for Elias Voigt, and a poetic moment, would have been if Voigt had sacrificed himself to save someone else. The Criminal Minds Evolution Season 3 finale even had the perfect opportunity for it, too, with Dr. Julia Ochoa in danger of being murdered by Tessa. Considering Voigt's attachment to his doctor and her innocence, it would have been a powerful full-circle act had he, for once, spared a life rather than taken one. Of course, it might have been problematic for Voigt to go out so easily, if one considers death to be easy. His death would have robbed his victims of their day in court. Still, Criminal Minds Evolution is a fictional TV show. And from a narrative standpoint, its charismatic chameleon of a big bad going out not with a bang, but a whimper, let both the fictional characters and the real audience down.